Negotiation, a suspenseful crime thriller starring Sun Ye-jin and Hyun Bin, tells the story of a police negotiator who strives to save two hostages from a notorious international arms dealer based in Bangkok. It begins with Ha Chae-yoon, which is Sun Ye-jin, a professional negotiator of the Seoul Metropolitan Police Agency, being brought to the scene of a hostage incident in Seoul in the middle of a blind date on her day off. The cold-headed negotiator is shocked when both the hostages and their takers are killed by a police SWAT team before she even finishes her negotiations. 10 days after the traumatic incident, Ha is called to an undisclosed place by the chief of the police agency. In a situation room, she sits in front of a computer monitor, surrounded by high-ranking government, police and spy agency officials without knowing what is going on. On the monitor is Min Tae-gu, which is Hyun Bin, an arms trader of an international crime ring that has taken a Korean police officer and a journalist hostage in Bangkok. Ha was called there because Min demanded her as his negotiation counterpart to find out what he wants. Then begins a negotiation over the monitor with only 12 hours before the deadline. As time goes on, Min's hidden intentions are revealed gradually. Every time he picks up the gun and starts playing with it, it is hard to tell what he will do next, which makes her all the scarier. In this scene, Ha tried to start negotiations even though she did not know what the situation was after Min was fired. Ha proceeded to negotiate by addressing the questions posed. Ha offered anything to Min if he has a demand. She has also succeeded in procrastinating and persuading Min and making the situation calmer without any threat.
아씨, 어쩌라는 거야.
저기 여기 상황 정리 좀 해야 되니까 잠시만 있다가 다시 전화 주세요.
또 끊었어. 아, 존나 빡치 진짜.
상황 설명부터 해주십시오.
전화 다시 오는데요.
한 과장. 일단 한 과장이 받아.
예, 제가요?
어서.
안녕하세요. 저는 서울경찰청 외사과의 한영숙입니다.
종 팀장이 왜 저기 있나?
인사 한번 하고 앞에 가서 부위도 한번 하고. 지금 장난인 줄 아나 본데.
저기 민태구 씨. 민태구 씨, 저희 아직 대화 시작도 안 했어요. 예? 저희 아직 저기 민태구 씨.
정 팀장님, 아유 오늘 목발 좋으시네. 어?
준비해봐.
민태구 씨, 저랑 얘기를 좀 할 수 있을까요? 민태구 씨,
아무리 바빠도 통화 중에 그렇게 먼저 끊어버리는 건 예의가 아니지.
죄송합니다. 근데 그 예의 그쪽도 좀 지켜주시면 안 될까요?
지금 그런 말 할 상황이 아니지 않나.
165에 34, 24, 35. 아까 물어보신 거.
아 맞다 사이즈. 에이 근데 아닌 것 같은데.
소개팅 잡히고 일주일 야식 끊으면요.
정 팀장. 아니 나 저 친구 마음에 드는데 그냥 다 때려치우고 채연 씨하고 소개팅이나 할까?
전 언제든 환영입니다.
어떻게 나랑 소주 한잔 할 생각 있나?
그럼요. 뭐든 원하시는 거 있으면 저한테 말씀해 주시면 됩니다.
원하시는 건 천천히 듣고 그 전에 채연 씨
네,
우리 서로 솔직하게 대화할 수 있을까?
그럼요.
단정 거짓 없이. 응?
걱정 안 하셔도 됩니다.
내 말의 요지는 서로 한치의 거짓 없이 솔직하게. 응? 채연 씨, 응? 응? 여기. 채연 씨? 뭐야 이거 끊겼어? 예.
듣고 있어요.
아이씨, 쫄았어요?
서로 솔직하게 얘기 나누려면 그 총을 좀 치워주시면 어떨까요? 이런 험악한 분위기에서는 진실된 대화를 나누기 힘들 것 같은데요.
안 나누면? 정 팀장 그냥 포기하겠다고?
포기 안 할 기회를 주세요. 저한테.
포기 안 할 기회를 달라. 그 말 참 맛깔나네. 그럼 지금 우리 대화 누구누구 보고 있는지 얘기해봐요.
그 총 치우면 얘기해 드릴게요.
유학파라 그런가 기본기가 단단하네.
경찰청 외사과 한영숙 과장님,
좀 전에 그 아줌마
서울지방경찰청 문종혁 청장님,
또
화면 모니터링하는 수사 요원들, 그리고 제가 모르는 담당 부원들.
또 없어요? 더 높은 사람.
청장님보다 높으신 분은 없어요. 청장님이 현 상황 지휘관이십니다.
채윤 씨,
네,
나 좀 똑바로 봐봐. 우리 서로 친하게 지내려면 거짓말하고 그러면 안 돼. 알죠?
그럼요. 당연합니다.
좋아. 채윤 씨 한번 믿어볼게.
감사합니다. 근데 거기 다른 사람이
밥 다 됐냐? 아, 채윤 씨. 우리가 밥 먹어야 되니까 인사는 요만큼만 하고 조금 이따가 또 봐요.
원하시는 거 있으면 지금 말씀해 주시면 좋습니다. 저희도 준비할 시간이 필요해서요.
에이.
Question 1. Did A or B opening statement reveal any true interest? Yes, A wishes the policewoman or negotiator. Opening statement revealed true interest to B, which is the kidnapper. Even A is a crisis negotiator with emotion and clueless about this negotiation situation. She be as professional as she can and smartly employs other tricks to get what she wants. A answering all the questions that be given by B and stay calm even she knows that the hostage life is in danger because B point the gun at the hostage. With her calm and professional way answering the question, B started to pay attention to her and start to cooperate with A. Opening up avenues of communication to your counterpart signals that you are ready to listen and build trust, which can lead to gain his attention. Question number 2. Did A or B share relevant information? Yes, A and B share relevant information. When B is asked A to answer his question, such as who are there with her in that place, A answered it with a detailed answer. A also asked a question to B to make sure that the hostage are safe, and A asked to B if he has any demand or request. So, with this question, she will know what B wants. Question number 3. What sources of power each party appear to have? A used psychology power. A presents herself as confident, assured, calm, knowledgeable, and prepared even she don't really know what is the situation that happened on that time. If she became that confident and professional, the other side will read her approach and assume her have some edge in the negotiation. Some body language techniques that she used will increase her power, and this will translate to the other party. We use coercive power. This power that is derived through threat, punishments, and other negative sequences. We also have power based on information and expertise. Information power is derived from the negotiator's ability to assemble and organize data to support his position as a kidnapper. We also may use the information that he has as a tool to challenge a position or to undermine the effectiveness of the a negotiating arguments. Question number 4. What sources of power did each party appear to use? In this scene, there are two parties, crisis negotiator Inspector Ha Chae-yoon of the Seoul Metropolitan Police Department and Min Tae-gu, a Korea-based international arms dealer and UK citizen. Inspector Ha, representing the Seoul Metropolitan Police Department, used expert power as she tried to negotiate with Min by giving relevant answers to the question asked. Meanwhile, Min used coercive power to force Inspector Ha and others to fulfill every demand he made by faking to shoot Captain Jung head. Next, number 5. Did either party try to exploit weaknesses of the other? Yes, in this scene, you can see that Min tries to exploit the weaknesses of the others by intimidation to kill the hostages, and the other parties are afraid that the hostages cannot be saved. In the other side of this negotiation, Inspector Ha tries to exploit the enemy's weakness by answering the question given to her with lies mixed with the truth. In order to keep delaying the negotiation, she tries to give as many relevant answers that can satisfy Min's questions, but not at all she tells is the truth, and she tries to ask as many questions that are relevant to the situation. Number 6. What strategy was each party used? Distributive, integrative, or mixed motive? The strategy that was used by crisis negotiator Inspector Ha Chae-yoon of the Seoul Metropolitan Police Department is an integrative strategy. Inspector Ha tries to create a win-win situation where she can save all the hostages from being killed and to fulfill the Min Tae-gu, a Korea-based international arms dealer and UK citizen demand accordingly. Meanwhile, Min used the distributive strategy, which is a win-lose strategy. He wants Inspector Ha to fulfill his demands such as do what he asks accordingly and does not lie to him unnecessarily. Next, number 7. Did either party seek to understand and respect the interests of the other? Yes, either party very seek to understand and respect the interests of the other. In this scene, we can see clearly that Inspector Ha tried to speak nicely towards Min because she tries to save all life of hostages. It is show us that she tries the best as negotiator to save life and do negotiation with Min that hot temper person. Question number 8. Did either party help to develop new option? Yes, the other party, who is in the scene, Min helped to develop new option when he offered Inspector Ha to have a date out with him, when Inspector Ha agreed to answer all his questions. For the first question, to starting their negotiation, Min asked body measurement toward Inspector Ha. After she answered correctly, Min tried to shoot his hostages, who is a captain. And last one is, did either party emphasize the relationship as much as the settlement? No. Based on the scene that we choose on that time, either party not emphasize the relationship as much as the settlement. Min only thinks of killing people because he wants to avenge the death of his sister that described in our scene. He assumes that people not fair with regulation because superiors in his country took bribes.